Everyone, thanks for checking out my videos. This video is going to be about my large first aid kit. This is my the large bag that I carry with me if I'm going on a camping trip or somewhere I'm going to be away from definitive emergency care fairly quickly. It's basically more of a trauma kit than anything else, because that's the most of the things I would probably come across if I was out on a camping trip in the wilderness or something like that. Just it's hard enough, can't really treat medical emergencies in the field so much per se without certain specific equipment. But let me go over the kit real quick here. This is a 511 large kit bag. I got this it was a great sale at LA Police Gear. I don't believe they still have the sale price, but I paid like $20. It was either $19.99 or like $25.99 on sale. It's normally retails for $49.99. So it was a great deal when I picked it up. I did end up having to add on the side here. This is a Condor brand, or Condor outdoor gear brand. Just a simple first aid pouch. I was surprised at the quality. It's a lot better than kind of what I thought it was going to be. I just kind of did it as a quick stopgap measure, but it's I'm very pleased with the material, and the construction is actually pretty good. On the other side here, I have a Maxpedition tactical can pouch. These are actually really cool little pouches. I'll get the contents and all this stuff here in a minute, but yeah, I just have that kind of clipped on with an S-biner. Nice compact little thing. Again, the 511 large kit bag, very useful, well built. I have this bag stuffed to this, busting the seams practically, and it holds all the equipment in here very well. Haven't blown out any zippers yet. So let me keep going with this. As you can see, I have the requisite red accoutrements everywhere, and I have some method to my madness. I have different cord ends on different pouches, and that, of course, to say, hey, go grab the bag with the red stuff on it. Should be if I can't actually grab the bag, if I have to send somebody to get it. I got on here with 550 cord is a Garrity LED life light, flashlight, I'm sorry, and got this inexpensive at like Staples or something. It was like $6-7 bucks. Garrity's a real good quality brand. I carry a Garrity flashlight on my fire helmet, and it holds up really well. So I'm very happy with this. It's kind of like a rubberized finish. It says it's waterproof, but that's all tongue in cheek. Again, back to the 511 tactical can pouch. I have in here a headlamp. Those of you that ever try to do first aid at night, holding a flashlight in one hand and treating in the other, a headlight's much handier to have. And also clipped on here, it's a freebie at my bank one day, just a little thing of hand sanitizer. Clipped on there easy enough. I had it, so I just figured throw it on there. Let me start kind of out of turn. Let's start with the contents of the Condor kit. In here, I have all my meds. All my medicines are in this little yellow pouch, and this is something that I picked up as a 3-pack of little pouches from Lowe's. They're good quality. It doesn't have to be anything real rugged, because it's kept inside here, but it's got a D-ring and a little strap on it, and I just have it dummy corded inside the pouch. And I have in here a laminated list of all the medicines that I carry. I have 2 young kids, so I have to carry adult and children doses of everything, just to be on the safe side. My kids, they only will do chewable Benadryl. They won't do anything else yet. So I have everything in here. Mostly it's like a 2-year expiration, so that's something I check every 2 years. We'll have to rotate out. But when I buy stuff, I buy in bulk from like Sam's or BJ's, and then split them amongst all my first aid kits. So again, now that list had doses and everything, so if someone else has to hand the stuff out, they're not quite sure, they can always read that. I have in here a glucometer for diabetics. Unfortunately, my wife, when she was pregnant, she had gestational diabetes. Diabetes does run in her family. Luckily, she's not actually diagnosed with it. Hopefully she never will be, but if for some reason, that's always a good thing to have, to check a person's blood sugar if for some reason they have an alternate mental status. And then since I can't start IVs in the field, wouldn't be practicing under anyone's license, I do carry just some simple glucose paste that I can administer. And tucked in here, I'm not going to actually pull it out, but in here I have NPAs, or nasopharyngeal airways, various sizes. I have some regular water-based lubricant jelly and some xylocaine or lidocaine lubricant jelly, and that lidocaine jelly kind of has like a numbing effect. You know, the person's probably going to be unconscious anyhow if you're in a certain airway, but at least it makes it a little more comfortable. Again, as I said, I have different cord ends for different pouches, and reason being, that way again, if I have to direct someone to open the pouch and get something for me, I can tell them which section to pull. The red tab here works well. You can just grab the red tab and it pulls the whole thing out. You can open up to access the main pouch. I have the big monkey fist tied on here, and the reason being, again, for trauma. This is something quick, easy to grab. Don't need fine motor skills to be able to grab hold of that. If you're really tuned up, that's something to consider. And this front pouch is kind of like the minor area. And you see it rolls out very nicely. And then in each section there are 2 zipper compartments here, and this flap also has 2 smaller zipper compartments. And this one, very simple. I just have a whole lot of cling in there, various sizes, mostly 4-inch, 2-inch, and I have 1 or 2 6-inch in there also. In this next area, I have saline flushes. And these are just pre-filled saline flushes, and they come with small plastic blunt tip needles, not for injecting, but if you have a small wound you have to clean out, that smaller needle on there will give you a little more pressure behind it and be able to do a little finer work. And I have women in the family, so I also carry some tampons. In this smaller part here, I have all my little items. I have nail clippers, tweezers, and then I have Neosporin and some lip ointment. The reason I like in here, I like the tube style, the kind of jelly style, is with this I can, I don't have one stick of chapstick that 6 different people are going to keep rubbing on their lips. With this, you squirt a little bit on someone's finger, and then it can get shared around without any cross-contamination. And again, Neosporin is kind of easy enough in the tube here. And then I just have some smaller rolls of tape. I have some really good waterproof tape. This stuff is real good. I keep rolls of this at home in the first aid kit also. This stuff really is waterproof. If I'm at work, I don't have to worry about, if I wash my hands a couple times, this will definitely hold on there without it coming off. And then just some regular cloth tape. And this other side had a little cheap, small Swiss Army knife that came with as a freebie gift, so I just tossed it in here. I have some matches that I can use if I need to do any sterilization of needles maybe. I have some safety pins right here. If I have to dig a splinter out that the tweezers won't quite get, I can use the matches for that, or the matches are always good to have. And then I have Band-Aids. I've tucked them in these little, medicine bags just to kind of split them up. I do have some regular waterproof Band-Aids, in place of using the waterproof tape. So something simple, I can just use that. And then here, just regular Band-Aids. And this way, I just have them separated so I know which is waterproof and which ones aren't. And then I have some very large Band-Aids. I got kids that scrape knees all the time. So these are very big. The actual dressing portion of it is about 2 inches by 3 inches. And that's it in there. This is kind of the all the stuff in here is for kind of treating smaller wounds, I would say. That way it kind of all folds out, and I have a little work area that I can work on top of if I need to. And the last section in here, over here, I just have regular 4x4s and then some Tegaderm dressings. Real simple. And then I have just some plain old bandage scissors that I use. Had some extra shock cord that I weaved it through the netting of the pouch dividers. Like I said, I got this stuff pretty good. Luckily enough, the zippers haven't busted, so it holds real well. Everything's good quality material on this bag. And then in here, again, just real quick to grab, open up, it's got that monkey fist on it. Inside of here, I have old military trauma dressings. When I got back from Iraq, my combat lifesaver bag, I had a ton of these left over, so these find their ways into all my first aid kits. Great little bandages to have. Plus, you can also use the inside of the wrapper as a chest seal if you need to. I have a CPR mask. I'm actually going to see if I can find something that's a little smaller, take up a little less room in here. Although this is a good mask with a one-way valve and all. I have some tourniquets. It's a constricting band. These are for for starting IVs. Wouldn't recommend using these as tourniquets because they're much thinner and smaller. But I have, again, extras from my combat lifesaver kit. They don't take much space, so they got tossed in here also. I have a bite stick. And then I have a package of gauze. And I kept it in this package because I like the bin if I have to soak like maybe a finger or something if I'm doing some work. That way, soak maybe some iodine and sterile water solution to clean it out. Some rubber gloves tucked back here, and then also these are large 10 by 30 trauma sheets, and I've sealed them up in my vacuum sealer, and I should have one out to show you the actual size of how big this is, but in the normal package is probably a good, like the size of a magazine. So vacuum sealed down, these really take up a lot less space. And I have some tape here where I started a little cut. You can't quite see that, but I know up here at this tape I grab, I can rip that and gain access into that pouch or into the dressing easy enough. I'm going to put the rest of this away later. Getting into the main portion. What I like a lot about this bag is that the zippers zip all the way down, really opening up the bag. I have some small cold compresses. I have a bulb syringe. Some small washcloths, just something to have. You can clean up some wounds or something. Nice to have in here. A SAM splint. Again, this is actually left over from my combat lifesaver bag. Some more sponge packs. Again, I kept them like this because I like having the little bins. If I need to, I can leave the bandages or the sponges in here and soak them and to use them that way. I have some bottles of sterile water. I have some 250 milliliter bottles, if I don't want to use a whole lot. And then I have a 500 milliliter bottle also. In the slap pouches in here, I have a whole bunch of triangular triangular bandages. It's great for all sorts of different stuff. Some more rubber gloves sealed up. 2 ace bandages, a small one, a large. Another ace bandage, and then I have some small SAM finger splints in here. Emergency blanket. And then I have some trauma shears, some larger medical tape. Again, another freebie I got here. It's got just some simple first aid instructions. Some iodine, hydrogen peroxide. Some cotton rounds instead of cotton balls. This takes up a lot less space. And that's why I like these. I actually stole these from my wife's side of the medicine cabinet, but they work real good. Some calamine lotion, some alcohol preps, some sterile gloves just in case, tongue depressors, long Q-tips, and lastly a digital thermometer with sterile covers so I can use it for multiple uses. Well, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment and let me know what you thought. Thank you.